People sometimes talk about private companies, people do what they want, but does anybody really believe private companies can do what they want? I mean, honestly. I mean, just look at the world we live in. There's so many regulations. The idea that private companies can just do what they want is kind of ridiculous. I guess it might depend on the company. I mean, these big old giant corporations, they can get away with a lot of shit. But yeah, mom and pop businesses, not so much. But still, even the idea that just companies are not at all responsible or responsive to the public or government or anything like that is just ridiculous. I mean, otherwise, wouldn't, like some people like to talk about, oh, if we didn't have regulations, they'd be dumping poison in the water. Well, where's like the regulations go when they're like stifling our free speech? I guess they only care if it was speech they actually were using or like for such fucking hypocrites. I mean, oops, I shouldn't swear. People are hypocrites. People are hypocrites. I'm probably a hypocrite too, although I really do try to cut down. So if I notice I'm being a hypocrite, I try to stop. Other people, they don't seem to care. Even if they notice they're a hypocrite, it's like, oh, other people are hypocrites, I'll just keep going. Whoa, whatever. A lot of people really don't care about being hypocrites, and it kind of makes me sad. I think people should care and try to have consistent values. I think the world would be a better place like that. But a lot of people disagree. A lot of people think they can just have good values so long as they shoot people out on Twitter loud enough, and that's gonna make the world a utopia, I guess. That's all that matters. They don't need to have any consistency. Just shoot out all those bad people on Twitter. The world will suddenly transform into some sort of glorious utopia, I guess. Maybe that's what's supposed to happen? I don't know. Anyway, let's talk about speech, free speech online. And it's sorry state these days with companies cracking down more and more on what people can say. These giant unelected corporations controlling our public square shared by millions of people. They can millions and millions of people. They even go after politicians. Just disgusting, actually. I really am disgusted that they can interfere in our democracies like this. And just so many people don't care because I guess it's on their side. Is that why they don't care? I don't know why they don't care. But it's fucked up, I think. It's not good. I don't think it's good at all. But of course, what can I do about it, right? I mean, I'm sure some people could do something about it, but me, I can't do shit as far as I can see. So I guess that's just the way it is. For now, at least. Anyway, I don't see why people are so comfortable with the power these tech companies have. So many people they just don't seem to care. I don't know. I don't understand the disconnect. I don't understand why. It seems so concerning that these private individuals have so much power, yet other people just seem to brush it off. What's going on in their reasoning? Try talking to them on Twitter, but I'd probably get banned, huh? Yeah, actually, I don't even use Twitter because Twitter's a cesspool. Anyway, I don't, I don't approve of them canceling people. Maybe I'd try using it if they didn't, but I'm not going to use a service I hate. So, there's that. Anyway, so what is there to talk about? How about freedom? What does it mean to be free anyway? I suppose the ultimate freedom would be what? Completely unfettered, uncontrolled by any other human being. So if you were like alone on a desert island, there was no one else to influence you or control you at all, then I guess that would be perfect freedom, right? You are perfectly free on that desert island away from everyone else to do anything you wanted. Although I don't think many people would want that kind of freedom. But if you add one more person to the mix, then you kind of lost a lot of freedom, haven't you? Another person might have some sort of demands. They said, hey, you, stop making all that noise in the middle of the night with your coconuts while I'm trying to sleep. Or, hey, don't pee upstream of me. You get the point. I mean, once you get more than one person, that's when things are less free. So what does it mean to be free when you're in a society, not just alone on a desert island. I guess what it means is not having what you want to do be inhibited by other people. I guess the more you can do what you want to do, that means you're free. That seems to make sense. So really then, if you think about it, to be free, you kind of have to be with people who all agree with each other, right? I mean, if you don't all agree with each other, then you're gonna kind of inhibit each other, aren't you? Like if you have Group A that wants one thing and that's mutually exclusive with what Group B wants, then you can't both get what you want, can you? Course, of course, most people don't seem to care about this. Or do they care? I don't know. I don't know if even people think about this, what it means to be free. I have no idea what people think. They use the word all the time, but it doesn't seem to really have much meaning in their mouths. Anyway, this is kind of not going anywhere, is it? Should I just end the episode? Freedom. I think people are actually kind of more free in the past than they are nowadays. Because, in the past, it was more difficult for the people in power to really make other people do what they want. I mean, think about it. In the past, did they have like cell phones, which were like tracking where you were? Did they have cameras everywhere? Could they go through all your crap on the internet? No, no. Like they had like a king and some people under him. People could like be paying attention to your peasant ass wasn't that many, was it? Probably a lot of freedom, really, in the peasant village, away from the eyes of all the officials. Not very good freedom, mind you, but freedom nonetheless. I guess sort of not though too, because they were still subject to each other. Subject to men at arms if they should come, subject to each other. Really, it was a kind of a freedom of force in the past. He who had the biggest stick was most free. Now it's the freedom of technology, I guess. Who controls technology is the most free. He can manipulate the masses into wanting to do the things you want them to do. I don't know which is better, but I kind of like to be a bit more free myself. Either way, I would just feel like the whole society is just pressing in on me these days, like a giant vice, just pushing, pushing in. You just kind of want to get away, but you can't get away. Guess I should try to learn to be more self-sufficient, and maybe I can go live off like a hermit or something, huh? That'd be cool. Anyway, that's it for today, so goodbye.